Yo, what's up guys, it's Jack and welcome back, and oh my goodness, what are we looking at here? Ladies and gentlemen, I am introducing you to Doom on this channel because, quite frankly, Doom is the most underrated multiplayer game, period. And a lot of the reasons is because a lot of people dogged on this game, specifically the people that I'm talking about are the ones that do reviews, like review sites for instance, and they absolutely dogged on this game's multiplayer. The campaign won Campaign of the Year, and I haven't touched that yet, but I just started playing this game last night. I downloaded it from the marketplace. It's only 20 bucks. And let me tell you right now, right out of the gate, if you absolutely love rushing, and if you like the aggressive playstyle, and you like to constantly keep moving, and as a matter of fact, if you stop moving, the game will punish you, well, if you like that kind of game, especially if you're also into games like Quake or Unreal Tournament and stuff like that, or even PC gaming, because there's a lot of similarities here, then this game is for you. I only started playing this game last night, and I'm still learning, and I got this gameplay not too long ago, of like a few hours when I played today, and I am getting better literally by the day, by the hour, and oh man, I'm telling you right now, if I was a PC gamer, if I could have afforded a PC growing up, I don't even know if I'd be playing console today. Because these are the kinds of games that I've always wanted to play when I first started noticing them way years back, and even now looking at them. But and even back in the day, I did not too long ago, maybe 6 or 8 months ago, I made a video about Quake Champions and how I might invest in a PC for Quake Champions. And even though that's not going to happen right now, and as well of how this year ended up turning out and stuff like that, well, I found that missing void. And even though right now in this gameplay so far I'm getting my ass handed to me, you'll see the changes here in a little bit. Even though I'm going through this period where I'm still learning the game, I'm having a blast. And part of the reason why I decided to pick up this game in the first place, beyond just curiosity, is simply because of the fact that, well, I saw the Call of Duty World War II beta. I've been watching it. I've been playing the game. I've been playing Call of Duty religiously for the past 7 years. And the game looks like it is definitely going to be very bland, and it's not fun to watch. And Call of Duty Black Ops 2 still remains to be more fun and everything. So I'm just not interested in World War II, just from the way this beta has been looking and the way it plays and everything like that. And it just seems like obviously the pro community is supporting the game tremendously, and there's definitely nothing wrong with that. And I can see how the game is actually in some ways built to satisfy the competitive part of the game as well, in which I don't have anything against that. But in short, the reason why I'm going to be skipping Call of Duty this year in terms of just World War II is because they have once again taken one step forward, and that one step is for being boots on the ground, and they've taken many steps back. So there's a lot of core elements of what is not going to be in that game that have just been taken away or watered down so much that they hardly seem like they're there. And it's part of what makes Call of Duty Call of Duty, and it's an essential part of the formula that they've that's just kind of, how do I put this, non-existent or just watered down so much nowadays. And I can go on and on and on about talking about it, but I just wanted to say that very briefly because it is part of the title of the video. But I also wanted to get back into Quake here for a minute, and on top of that, I also wanted to give some news in terms of what kind of gameplay you're going to be seeing on the channel. The one good thing about putting Call of Duty aside, beyond just the gaming standpoint, is, well, you just go back to having fun again. You get to be just a casual gamer again. You know, it's like, hey, maybe I'll just play some campaign of some games because I heard it was really good, and I can just go back to my roots as a gamer, or maybe I could just play socially or something like that. Just kind of change things up a little bit. And as you can see, the pace right now is just turning up a little bit. As you can see, I'm kind of going off, which is absolutely satisfying. And this game definitely rewards moving around. As a matter of fact, you need to move around in this game constantly. And another thing is, I have also committed a terrible, terrible sin in terms of gaming, and that is I have not given Overwatch a shot, and that's the next game that's going to be under my radar. And I know that I'm a year late to this game, and I know that I am a year late to Overwatch, give or take. And one thing I will say also is there's another game called Lawbreakers, which is actually being compared to Overwatch. But if that game ever came to, I know it's on PS4 and PC, but if that game ever came to Xbox, man, oh man, I would be all over it. And oh, speaking for those of you guys that love PUBG, apparently PUBG is coming to the Xbox, and from what early testers of the game have been saying, that so far they're impressed with it. So for those of you guys that are into PUBG, which is immensely popular now, it's going to be coming to consoles. So that's going to make waves, and it's really good to see that. It's really good to see that that games aren't as limited to just specific platforms anymore. And I think that's one thing that Xbox is doing really well. But back on the subject here, yeah, I have not played Overwatch. I will be playing Overwatch sooner or later. So far, this game here has me addicted for the time being. I may be addicted to it for a while. I may not. I don't know. But all I know is that as of right now, I'm just having fun to going back and learning a new game, trying a new game out. Oh, and by the way, don't ever listen to big review sites or whatnot if they say it's good or not, or if the multiplayer is lacking or not. Because remember, the base thing is, if a person is not good at a particular multiplayer game, they're not going to have as much fun with it for the most part. So you can't really fully judge a game for the worse if you're not good at it. It's as simple as that. So even in this game right now, I'm not anywhere near as good as what I could be. There's potential. You may or may not see some bits and pieces of it here or there in this gameplay. But again, I only started playing this game last night, and the improvements from last night to today are noticeable. So I can't wait to see what the future holds for this game for me in terms of what I'll be able to do. And it's really good that I really just said, you know what? Forget Call of Duty this year. The game looks boring to play, even though I'm on Xbox, so I haven't fully played it myself. And I know what some of you are going to say. Well, you can't judge the game unless you play it yourself. And to some extent that is true, but at the same time, I have been playing Call of Duty for a long time now. And if there's anything that I saw from Infinite Warfare that I chose to ignore, was the fact that I was bored of watching other people play it until I got my hands on it myself. And guess what happened when I got my hands on it? It wasn't that fun to play. And when I did play it again, like a couple months ago for a short period of time, although I did get some joy out of it because I was playing better, overall, what did I do? I went back to Boots on the Ground. I went back to Black Ops 2. I even went back and played a little bit of Titanfall, played some more Halo, and just went back to the basics of what gaming should be all about, and that is fun. And skipping Call of Duty for a year for fun sounds like a good deal to me. And I know that World War II, that there's a lot of people that like it, and then at the same time there are people that are disappointed. But for me, I'm just not going to bite into the quote unquote hype this year, unfortunately. And the big thing is, and it all starts out with, at least for me, I can't speak for everybody, but if a game looks like it's going to be fun to play, chances are when you do play it, it will be fun to play. It'll be even more fun. And the same goes on the other side of the spectrum. If a game looks boring as hell, chances are you're going to be bored playing it. So that's one of the reasons why, there are some games, like for instance, I have mad respect for League of Legends, but for someone like me, who's not into those kind of games, it wouldn't be that fun to play. And on top of that, for me, I'd be bored watching it because I'm not into that kind of thing. It's not the thing that gets me and gets my attention and my excitement and all that. So the same philosophy applies here. So that's my brief explanation of why I'm not playing COD this year. I'm not even gonna play the beta, unless you guys all of a sudden say, hey, Jack, we would really like to see you play the beta or stream it or something like that, or at least give the game a first-hand shot on the beta before. And let's not forget the fact that the game will be out in 2 months from now. 2 months, 2.5 months, less than 2.5 months actually. And there's only so much they can change, and the base of what the game is already in place, and they can't change the base. And I don't like the base. The base is not for me this year. So again, one step forward, too many steps back for me. But anyway, that's all I got for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed the new kind of gameplay on this channel, the different game. I hope you enjoy the commentary, and if you have any thoughts or opinions, whether it's about Call of Duty World War II or whether it's about Doom being so severely underrated in terms of the multiplayer, please let it be known down in the section. And if you quit, or if you're quitting COD this year, for whatever reason, what it may be, let me know down in the comments section. Let's talk about it. And as always, if you liked the video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I could do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.